If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of If You Can Read, You Can Cook. My name is Lewis Morgan, and on today's episode, we will be highlighting a book entitled The Power of Letting Go by John Perkins. And then we'll head to the kitchen and prepare a breakfast frittata with fruit. I think you all will enjoy that. This book was a little bit of a slow read for me. Not until really the last chapter did I understand what the author was trying to get across. I'm not sure why. I just wasn't picking it up for whatever reason until the last chapter of the book. But the first takeaway for me was letting go of who you are. Oftentimes we will thrust ourselves into most every situation because we want to be in control of that situation, and it's understandable, but it's not always needed. And secondly, just surrendering to the moment. That moment is going to be what it's going to be. So oftentimes we try to push or force the situation. So you have to let that moment be what it's going to be, and then everything will take care of itself. And last but not least, control the controllable. We can only control what we can control. Anything outside of what we can control, we have to let it go. And that was just a vital point to the book. So just control what we can and let the other stuff just do what it's going to do. It's not an easy thing to do, but if we focus on controlling what we can control, a lot of situations in our lives will work out so much better. I'm a victim of that myself. I'm always trying to be in control. So I try to, after reading the book anyway, I try to step back a bit. Again, the title of that book, The Power of Letting Go by John Perkins. Go out and grab this book. And it may be a bit different for you than it was for me, but I did grasp the concept at the very end. We're going to go ahead and head into the kitchen now and prepare our breakfast frittata with fruit. All right, see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get into the meal for the day. It's going to be the bacon vegetable frittata. The ingredients are 10 ounces of cheese, or however much cheese that you might want to put in there. It's bacon, it's spinach, it's broccoli, onions, potatoes. Put a little bit of jalapeno in there as well. So I'll put that all together, and when we get back, well, I'll bring it back to you and we'll see how good it tastes.
You can cook,
so
you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. You can do anything. You can do anything. Always knew I'd see a day like this. Blue skies, vanilla clouds, sun rays that gliss. Had a vision, I just pray he made it clear that is a new look, a good book top with a chef's kiss. Took a while to embrace these gifts. Had to find my niche, had to take that risk. Had to work that whisk, had to use my wits to know that this ain't that, and that ain't this. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. You can do anything. You can do anything.
Okay everyone, I just placed everything in the casserole dish and I placed it in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes. You will want to check it periodically the closer it gets to 45 minutes so that the eggs won't be like jiggly, or they'll be cooked through. So once we take it out the oven, I'll let it sit for probably about 10 minutes and then we'll taste and see what's going on. All right, I'll be back shortly. Okay, welcome back everyone. We are going to go ahead and do the taste test, and this is the final product. So let's see what it tastes like. Still a little bit hot, it's still been cooling off. Y'all see I'm quiet. Yeah, this is it. Yeah. This is a good one for the kids, having some friends and family over. Goes far, feeds a lot of people. And then there's just fruit that I added. Cool things down a bit. Just strawberries, raspberries, and blueberries. Pairs really well with the frittata. So once again, I appreciate you all for tuning in. And remember, if you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything. If you can read, you can cook, you can do anything.